Welcome back to Living Local. Power outages are not only inconvenient to your daily routine, they can also cause bigger problems like preventing the use of needed devices, as well as food spoilage and water contamination. But the experts say there are ways to protect yourself if you prepare now. Joining me in studio is Jeff Lanum with the Electric Doctor. Thanks so much for being here again, Jeff.
Thanks, Brittany. Glad to be back.
So you were on here last month, but for those who may have missed this segment, what does the Electric Doctor do?
Well, Electric Doctor is a small task electrical repair company. We do all those little things that you don't know who to call for. And so we do the receptacle repairs, the ceiling fans, the flickering lights, things like that, along with the larger jobs. But we really focus on the small stuff that you don't know who to call.
And we call you. I love having someone to call. So today we are focusing on power outages. So what are some causes of an outlet circuit or circuit not working?
One of the most common calls that we get are customers that call in and they say, geez, I've got a wall not working in my home, or I've got a particular outlet not working in the home. So really the most common thing is just one outlet is out. And then sometimes that can be a GFCI outlet, or maybe just one faulty receptacle within the wall. And those are sometimes a little harder to find, sometimes a little easier to find, but that's the most common call, is just that single outlet not working in the home.
And what are some differences between different outlets?
Well, you've got your standard outlet. Last time I was here, we talked about some 2-wire outlets that are missing the ground plug, and then you've got your grounded outlet, your standard wall outlet, you've got your GFCI outlet, and then there's a new outlet called an arc fault circuit interrupter called an AFCI outlet as well. So there's different types of outlets. All of them are there to protect you in different ways.
And Jeff, what about light switches? What may cause them to stop working?
Light switches are rated for certain amperages, and if they're overloaded, they can get damaged or quit working. And then sometimes those light switches do control an outlet in your home. Sometimes the calls we get are just simply the light switches turned off on the bedroom wall or the living room wall, things like that. So sometimes they're controlled by a switch.
Got it. Okay, so what are some common problems that you see relating to this topic?
You know, the main thing in this time of year is really room heaters. They get plugged in, and you either plug them into a circuit with a toaster, a curling iron, curlers, hair dryer, things like that, can overload a circuit, and it can trip a breaker. That's the most common one that we run into. So a lot of times people really don't know what to do when that happens, and really you could save some money if you'd go to your circuit box and just simply try to reset your own breaker.
Yeah, and Jeff, you're going to walk me through and educate me on how to do this.
That's what we're going to do. It's not that hard to do. So I brought a sample one here just to take a look at real quickly. Is if you're lucky enough, sometimes you have a circuit breaker that has actually a window in it with an orange flag in it to show that it's tripped. Now, only one manufacturer makes this type of breaker, but it's really handy if you do. And you can go to your panel and you can very quickly see that that is tripped. So you just turn the breaker off and you turn it back on again. It's just that simple. It's reset, ready to go for you. Okay. So many panels, other than this company here, they don't have the flags in them here. So I'm going to have you step over here. I'm going to switch sides with you. All right. So what I did is I strategically tripped the bottom 4 circuit breakers. Okay. So you're going to reach in there and you just simply turn the breaker off and you push it to the on position. There you go.
And that's how you reset a breaker.
That's how you reset a breaker. And so many people don't know that it's that simple to do.
That is such good information to know.
Saved yourself $100+ to call somebody out to do that for you.
Definitely.
So, so we try to recommend people go try to reset those breakers themselves. So
and just see if that fixes the issue.
Yeah.
How often will that just be the core reason that things aren't working?
You know, on our service calls, it's frequent.
Yeah.
And people don't know to go to that panel, or they know to go to the panel, but the breaker is not in the off position. It's in the middle, and they don't know what to do with it. So just simply turn the breaker off and turn it back on again.
All the way on, all the way off, and then usually that will solve the problem.
It'll reset it, yeah. Now, if the problem continues, you might have an overload problem with the circuit, or you possibly have a wiring problem that should be looked at in the home.
Okay, all good things to know, Jeff. How many outlets does a typical room have?
So the National Electrical Code, abbreviated to NEC, restricts us to 12 outlets on any one circuit within a home. Now, that's great when they build the home brand new, but as you do an addition and an addition and another addition, sometimes that electrician or the DIYer comes in and adds those circuits, outlets onto the circuit, and it becomes overloaded. But 12 is what the National Electrical Code limits us to.
And what are some safe electrical practices for homeowners?
The number one thing for me, and I can't stress it enough, is do not use extension cords for your heaters. That's the number one problem that we run into. The other thing is be careful how many things you plug into a circuit. Your home was wired at one time to protect you, but as they get added, you buy a toaster oven, a pizza oven, a microwave, all those things on your counter, crock pots. As you add those things on, you're going to overload that circuit. So if it's overloaded, the solution to get an extension cord to go to another outlet isn't always the best solution. You might want to give the electric doctor a call, have us put in additional outlets for you to make sure your home is safe.
Yeah, it's just easier to just get that project done instead of having a big problem down the road.
A lot of times it's not as expensive as you think it is.
There you go.
We can find some quick, inexpensive solutions.
Okay, and Jeff, what if I have total power loss in my home? What do I do?
That's a great question, and I get a lot of these calls as well. So the main thing is look outside, see if your neighbors don't have power. That's the main thing right there. Secondarily is to go ahead and call the power company immediately. They want to know what your power is doing. So give them a call right away. They might be able to alert you that they're doing maintenance on some lines. There's a temporary outage in your area, and they can also tell you about when they think the power could be restored. That is the main thing. Secondarily, if they can't solve that problem, you need to call an electrician to come out and see what's going on with your home.
And what are the benefits of having a home generator?
Home generator eliminates those outages. So a whole house or even a partial house standby generator is going to come on when the power goes out and then provide backup standby power for your home until the power is restored.
And how would I go about selecting a generator and installing it?
So it's a little bit of a process, but it's not overwhelming. But it's as simply as contact us, we'll come out, we'll analyze how you use electricity in your home, and we'll size up a generator for your needs and make a recommendation and an estimate of what it would cost to put it in.
All right, Jeff, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope that you do not have to deal with any power outages, but if you do, you know who to call, the electric doctor. If you want some more information, you can visit electricdoctor.com. We'll also have these details posted on ourquadcities.com. Thanks so much for joining us. More Living Local is next.